Boom shakalaka, is the worst of it over for Bitcoin? These charts are hinting at yes. Stay tuned. What's up everyone, Randall here from Crypto Love. Today's video, a lot of very interesting charts for Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, including is the worst of it over for Bitcoin? Why some charts are hinting at absolutely freaking yes. Before we get into it, guys, like the video, it helps out so much. Now today, fear and greed, neutral, 48. What happened to greed? It was so fun as the price was going up, wasn't it? Well, today, the overall market sideways. Bitcoin at 39,976, Ethereum at 2237, BNB at 293, Solana $86, XRP 51 cents, Cardano 47 cents, Dogecoin 7 cents, and Avalanche $30. And Bitcoin, after dropping from highs almost $50,000 all the way down to lows $38,000, well, has found some support on the 100-day moving average, this green line right here. It should be noted, the last time Bitcoin broke through the 50-day moving average, this yellow line, this bar pattern right here is exactly what it did, which could put price down to roughly $36,000 by the end of February, still on track for $40,000 by the halving, which has been my prediction for years. Now, before we get into that, no, we already did that part of the video today. Well, Bitcoin could have found support right here on the short-term holder cost basis, 38,000 and ish dollars. Could be that that's the support that Bitcoin needed to find. Now, there's a possibility it may not be, but the CME gap was filled, and now the CME gap is filled. We are all set to move on. Now, if that doesn't happen, it should be noted that if the CME gap being filled doesn't end it, there is a nice convergence right here of year-long support, this white line, also $40,000 by halving line, also 200-day moving average, all of these converging right here at roughly $34,000. That could be a strong level of support if Bitcoin does break below where we're sitting right now. As a matter of fact, we can see some critical support levels here, beautiful and bullish chart, even if we should retest to $32,000, $32,000 being an absolute gift to get. Not sure the gods will be that kind, especially as everybody's waiting to buy the massive dip. This could be it. You never know with these things. Why? Well, we'll get into a couple reasons exactly why, like this coming back up in a little bit. But you can see we have trendline support since November of last year. There's a possibility that after getting, well, manipulated, wicked off to the top there, hitting the 68.1.8 fib right down, we might have some distribution all the way down to the 34, 35-ish levels before continuing upwards. Now, this is an ascending wedge pattern. Generally, they break through to the upside. So, despite how you look at that, it does look somewhat bullish. Based on sentiment, historically, after transitioning from capitulation to hope, optimism, and finally to belief, which is green, Bitcoin has often experienced a phase of anxiety, yellow, marked by price correction. You can see there's a 26% drop here, 40% drop, 53% drop here. So far, we've had 20% drop, and we have a little bit of anxiety going on right now. Appears like we are repeating itself. If history is any guide, this might be a temporary setback before the continuation of the uptrend. Why would the uptrend continue? That is an excellent question. I'm so happy that you asked. Well, if we take a look at this, Bloomberg said yesterday that FTX bankruptcy estates are 2/3 done with selling Grayscale Bitcoin holdings. That means 1/3 left to continue, should sell into today, but expecting a bounce soon, looking for longs after today. And you have to consider, we should do this chart first. Talking about longs, wow, that was a great segue, Randall. According to Datamish, Bitfinex whales have added approximately 4,230 Bitcoin long positions since January 17th, which is the first sustained increase since Bitfinex Bitcoin long positions fell sharply in November last year. So we can see that longs are expected, longs are occurring, and Bitcoin actual revenue generating more annual revenue than some of the largest publicly traded companies in the world, like Spotify, eBay, Hermes, Chipotle, Hertz, Hilton. A lot of these just mining Bitcoin. It could be taken seriously eventually if only we had a spot Bitcoin ETF. Oh, wait, we do have a spot Bitcoin ETF that in a week has half of the total holdings of gold in all of gold's ETF lifetime. I think that's like 30 years. I don't know how many years, but a long time. And if you want more bullish charts, because that's just what we are, all bull porn on this channel. Well, the global liquidity index looking like we could have further easing of monetary conditions. You can see back and forth. We see there's rumors of China pumping a lot of liquidity into there. Well, it has to go somewhere. It can't all go into the big corrupt guys' pockets. Sometimes it goes into assets as well. We are right now in the optimal 89 days before the halving. Based on dollar cost averaging strategy, this is the best time to accumulate Bitcoin at prices, because after the halving, generally the year to year and a half after a halving, is the time when Bitcoin price explodes. So right now may be the absolute bottomish, but it also may not be. But here's another reason why it may be. We have a rising wedge right here, which generally breaks down. We also have trendline resistance right here. So DXY is hitting a resistance trend line with bearish chart pattern of rising wedge on the 4 hour. If DXY comes down from this level, Bitcoin may have a decent bounce and complete the correction, because Bitcoin and DXY go inversely. When one goes down, the other goes up. So Bitcoin could be headed up very soon. As a matter of fact, echoing what we saw in 2016, 2017. You can see this chart pattern par for the course, tops, bottoms, sideways movement, first peak, and then eventually after that, parabolic growth. We could be headed for the same territory for Bitcoin. Could be seeing some very large numbers in the very near future. So that's all for today's episode. If you enjoyed it, push the like button. I'll catch you guys later. Have a good one. Love you. Peace.
If you don't think Bitcoin's going to $1 million a coin and then $10 million a coin, you're already a loser.
From now on, if you don't own Bitcoin, you're a moron.